This Moreno Valley updates for January 26th to February 1st. We are on take 2 because we forgot to push the button. This is Steve.
This is Danny.
And this is Tyler.
For Driver of the Week, we're going with Brett Kidwell. He's a relay driver out in Buckeye, and he's been doing that for a little over a year, I believe. He might be hitting about 15 months now. So if you see Brett, tell him he's doing a good job. For new hires, we got a few people out in Buckeye: Michael Turner, Troy Sagers, and Demarion Harry. And here in Moreno Valley, we have Tyron Davis. Tyron actually started a couple weeks ago. He's all finished with his training. We didn't do this for a couple weeks because I was traveling out in Phoenix, had to go all the way to Albuquerque, all sorts of things. For our birthdays, we have John Bloss tomorrow. John is in Las Vegas. And on the 29th, Cody Day. Danny brought up that Cody Day is going to be on vacation for his birthday. For our anniversaries, we don't have any. Take a look at the weather in Los Angeles. It's like a chance of rain tomorrow, maybe a little bit on Monday, which is very much needed as the fires are still going.
Yeah.
Did you see any of that?
Yeah. I got a little bit of ashes too. Yeah. Little ash rain. Nothing major. That was when the first fires were burning out there in Pacific Palisades and also Altadena. Yeah, I was in downtown LA and we're getting all those ashes out there.
Ooh, really?
Oh, yeah.
For Las Vegas, looks like going to be 50s, low 60s all during the week. They do have a chance rain on Monday. For Phoenix, it's like 60s all week. A little bit of a chance rain on Tuesday also. Should be nice. Up in Salt Lake City. Oh, I think I skipped Salt Lake on the... Yeah, I did. Salt Lake City, it is, looks like, the lows in the 20s and then low 40s during the week. Looks like next Saturday, there's a chance of snow and rain. For our injuries, we didn't have any. For our accidents...
just had one accident for last week. The accident for last week was just a drop trailer there at the DC yard. The big thing for everybody at the yard is just remember this driver who did it just did a tug test only. Any high seniority driver has been doing it a long time, but it can happen to anybody. So just a reminder, the tug tests on the Fontaine fifth wheels are not enough. You have to also get out and do a visual inspection and check that fifth wheel handle. For those, we said it in the safety meeting in Moreno Valley, but those who haven't had the safety meeting yet, just a reminder, you should be carrying a flashlight to help you check the fifth wheel, especially those who are running at night, because you're not going to be able to see in there very well.
Yeah, and this happened about, I believe, around 10 o'clock at night is when it happened.
Yep.
Yeah, let me add something to that. This week, we had a couple of drivers that had issues with the fifth wheels. One of them, once he hooked up, we tapped it with the hammer and everything, it would not release. So it was completely locked. It wasn't that he was going to drop the trailer. He had a set, so it was, it was going to be somewhat of an issue if he had a drop and hook at the stores. But it seems like everything went all right. I did tell him to put that truck behind the shop. If something like that happens, have the mechanics check it out. They just don't put it in the ready lane.
There were actually 2 trucks that had fifth wheel issues.
Yeah, there was 2.
And besides the drop trailer, that was a thing. For Smart Drive.
For Smart Drive this week, it was actually a pretty good week on Smart Drive. Small little jumps on certain groups. The big one is going to be the relay drivers. All you new relay drivers that are coming into California now who didn't normally take those bids, just keep in mind the cameras pick up the speed limit signs as you're passing them. That's once you get into California, all the commercial trucks drop to 55. Every time you pass the speed limit sign and you are speeding, it's going to pick it up as a video right away. So keep that in mind. You guys got to fluctuate to whatever the max speed is in that state. Anything above 3 miles an hour over a speed limit will flag a video. It's just that's the way it is. The big one too for guys right now is the guys going through the construction zones, especially the guys going through Palm Springs, as I'm sure you know, Quartzsite, all that whole area has a ton of construction right now. Same thing. The speed limit signs drop when you hit those areas, and once you pass them, the camera picks that up, and it will flag you for speeding as you pass them. Other than that, it was a fairly good week on Smart Drive. Like I said, a little bit of a spike with the addition of new drivers, but that was to be expected.
All right. Let's go to announcements. As some of you know, we added in New Mexico stores. So we added 3 pedal drivers, 3 relay drivers, and 1 extra board driver. They were existing CPC drivers. They just transferred over. So now we have a relay going, much like the Salt Lake relay, 3 parts to it, heading up to Albuquerque. So things went fairly smooth. There was a few hiccups, but we worked through it. So maybe next week I'll mention those guys' names that are up there. Let's see, we got our safety meeting on January 27th in Buckeye. That'll be the Hilton Garden Inn in Avondale, 9 to 1 p.m. with breakfast buffet. Safety meeting in Las Vegas will be February 17th. That'll be at the same place we always have at Hilton Garden Inn, South Strip. And on that one, we will have a lunch buffet, though. Tyler has, some of you saw that he talked to you about the tablet. I'll let him tell you what's going on with that.
Yep. So for those who don't know yet, the ELD software you use in the trucks right now is PeopleNet. As of February 3rd, so this upcoming Monday in February, it's all the trucks are gonna start to transition into Instinct, a new ELD software. The transition itself should take about 2 weeks from start to finish. So you may see some trucks that have the old system in it, some trucks that have the new system in it. They both essentially work the same way, and on the back end, all the reports are the same for us. So you don't have to worry about any payroll discrepancies or anything like that. It all goes to the same place. The big thing to remember is just with the new systems, everybody's going to have to make a new PIN number on their first login, and everybody's temporary PIN is 123456. Once you put your temporary PIN in, it's going to force you to reset to a new PIN, and then you'll have your permanent PIN. During the transition time, those who have an old truck, you can still log in an old ELD system. You can still log in the old way. With the username is your 12 username, and the password is your 12 username. With the new system, it's going to be your username is still your 12 number. Your password is the 123456 on the first login. It should be fairly similar system, but I'll be down at the DC Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week with that test unit. And anybody who wants to see how the new system looks, I can walk you through the new tablet.
All right. So it'd be a new user interface. So it's still like the same functionality, but it looks different. So where to find things.
Yeah, the ELD itself works exactly the same. It's just the everything surrounding it has a lot more applications. It's a little bit different to find your workflow. Other than that, the ELD itself is exactly the same.
Yeah, and there's going to be a function where like Marissa or anybody in dispatch, me, Tyler, when Danny's here, we can. What was that word they used? Mirror.
Yeah, remote into it.
Yeah, so the tablet. So if somebody has a problem with the tablet, we can, it's like we're there looking at the tablet, and we can hopefully fix things a lot quicker than the old way. And the other thing that it's supposed to do is when you log out, it's going to automatically put you off duty. So hopefully we don't have any more of the, somebody shows up for their pedal run and like, I don't have any drive hours. Oh, I was on duty all weekend. So hopefully that goes away.
Yeah, that works. And this was a big question too. I've heard a lot. Just the other day, guys were asking if the old website still works. as of right now, the document they just sent out yesterday still shows that your normal URL that you go to your ELD like on your cell phone still should work the same way. It's still that PFM URL.
Yeah, and that is drivers need that because when they go on vacation, they can't certify their logs back past a week, I think it is.
7 days.
Yeah, back past 7 days. So if somebody goes on vacation, typically they're going to have to log in there, and there'll be a few days to certify. I think that's about all I have for this week.
That's it.
That's it for me.
All right. Have a good week.